Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Ansatsu Kyoushitsu, which is on the second season, which is on episode 8. Now, this episode right here, pretty nice, not too bad. I had a lot of fun watching this episode, and they actually made a quite a nice adaptation on this on the episode. A couple things are missing. I won't deny that some scenes were omitted, but I think it still did a nice good job, etc. But if anything else, let's just get started. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, of course, we have to it that Coral Sensei and Kurasuma ends up entering the building, and they end up seeing Erina on as a hostage, since Erina decides to play along with the Reaper's plans, or the God of Death, whatever you want to call him, And apparently, after a couple events happening, we have to it that Coral Sensei does try to make a plan, but apparently since Erina had a couple things in mind, events were starting to get a little bit more crazy. Since Erina pretended to fall into Kurasuma's arms, she shoots Coral Sensei's feet, and the Shinigami managed to put him in a trap hole, and Coral Sensei fell down to the jail room with the students. And apparently the bars are made of anti-sensei material. But Coral Sensei decides to use his tongue, which would take at least half a day or more to melt. But apparently the Shinigami threatens Coral Sensei that he will flood the entire room and kill all you guys, Well, not flood, but that was his second plan in action. He will blow off all the students' necks or something. And Kurasuma was very upset about this, seeing that the Reaper is still going to kill the students, And therefore, Kurasuma made a decision. He had a flat backstory about talking to his boss about it, And Kurasuma decides to save the students, and he punched the Reaper in the face and says, "I'm gonna take you out myself," yada yada yada. And we have to it that Kurasuma did go through a lot of traps or something. Well, the manga shows that Kurasuma did go through a lot of traps, etc. But apparently, there was only maybe a couple that's shown and nothing more. And Erina is supposed to deal a killing blow to him, and pretty much Kurasuma managed to dodge the bullet in time. But apparently the Shinigami ends up making an explosion, which is supposed to kill Kurasuma and Erina, but lucky enough to know that Kurasuma survived, And apparently we have to it that that things were starting to look a little nasty here and there, But because Erina's under the debris, and Kurasuma was about to ditch her, but apparently with the help of a student that made him understand something, she'd been through a lot of hell, but apparently she wants things to she wants Kurasuma to still save her. That's Hinano Kurahashi, pretty much the one who has a crush on Kurasuma, etc. Because despite what's going on here and there, her being a pro, there's still a part of her that's pieces her adulthood. And therefore, after much hesitation and reluctance, etc., after of course looking at the backstory of Erina, she says she's finally gonna be free from this place, And pretty much Kurasuma decides to lift up the debris and tells her a couple things, and he engages the god of death of Shinigami and hand-to-hand combat, but not before the Shinigami is actually surprised to see that the students had escaped, which in fact turns out that they managed to camouflage themselves, etc. with with spray painting, and they managed to get the stupid neck bombs off, apparently, which was really, really funny and hilarious. And apparently, as for Coral Sensei himself, he ends up seeing Kurasuma and the Shinigami decide to go head to head, clash in a fist fight. But apparently, Kurasuma and the God of Death seems to have seems to be equal. But even with all the skills he had, wow, So we have to it that the Shinigami decides to reveal his true story. His fake story was like being born in the slums, etc. But he saw that his father gotten killed, and he likes the assassination, you know. And he uses his freaking secret weapon, which is known to be the Grim Reaper's scythe, which in turn is a really small caliber gun, you know. But if the bad thing is that if it hits a aorta or a certain part of your heart, it gushes out and you die from blood loss, you know? Yada, yada, yada. And therefore, the Shinigami was about to take Kurasuma's face, since like the Grim Reaper's face was peeled off and it was shown before the fight, and he was going to take Kurasuma's face to replace that. But Kuro Sensei somehow has large tentacle like to Kurasuma, yada, 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 and therefore it helped out and made it like a dummy thing. Therefore, Kurasuma hit the Grim Reaper right in the freaking you already know what I mean if you watch the episode. Like, he went pow right in the sack. Right in the sack. And that made it hilarious, and he achieved victory. After that, you know, we have to it that Kurasuma tells Erina to do a couple things here and there, which gives her a smile, but she tried to escape one time and the students stop her and they tell her to come back because it's not the same without her, and they've forgiven her because she's a bee, you know? She's a female dog, and so forth. I'm pretty sure you guys might be asking me, what's with you not using so much curse words nowadays? I just like to clean my mouth once in a while, okay? She just want... and so forth. And we have to it that, she's welcome back, etc., and so forth. But apparently, after Kurasuma talks to his boss after the incident, he said he already has another like project in mind, which is known to be the final assassination project, which is really, really important later. Those of you who read up to the manga, it would understand. And right now, I have yet to actually like to get to the raw chapter if they ever bring it out, apparently. So yeah, Kurasuma and Erina decides to go to the school, and they have a little small talk and moment, yada yada yada. Ends off there. So not too bad of an adaptation. They did a nice job, but it could have been better because like they did cut out certain scenes which shows more of Kurasuma's strength and why he has so much power within him. But won't get into much detail on that unless you read the manga. I could get into much more detail, but nah, I'm just a little lazy. I got another video I have to go take care of real quick since the chapter came out really late on a Thursday or something. I don't want to even think about how like late I am with that thing. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.